How can a 200-foot-long, 60-ton marvel of modern engineering, tracked by sophisticated radar and satellite systems, simply vanish from the sky? On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 departed from Kuala Lumpur, a routine red-eye flight bound for Beijing with 239 people on board. The captain's final words were a calm, "Good night, Malaysian 370. Then, silence. The Boeing 777 disappeared from civilian radar, its transponder switched off. It didn't crash in a fiery explosion. It simply became a ghost. For weeks, then months, then years, the world watched as the largest and most expensive search in aviation history unfolded across the vast, unforgiving expanse of the Indian Ocean. Ships from dozens of nations scanned the seabed, yet found nothing. Fragments of the aircraft eventually washed ashore thousands of miles away, confirming the flight's tragic end but offering no clues as to why. It was a flight that went dark, deviating from its path for hours on an unknown course, piloted by an unseen hand toward an unknown destination. This is the story of an unprecedented mystery, a technological failure, a human tragedy, and the enduring question that still haunts us. What happened to MH370? March 8, 2014. At Kuala Lumpur International Airport, the humid night hums with the familiar rhythm of global travel. Under the cool, expansive glow of the terminal's powerful lights, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370, a pristine Boeing 777-200ER, stands ready at its gate. On board, 227 passengers from 15 different nations settle into their seats, their personal journeys just beginning. In the high-tech cockpit, Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah and his co-pilot Fariq Abdul Hamid meticulously complete their final pre-flight checks. The air is filled with the quiet anticipation of a routine departure on a seemingly ordinary night. At 01:19 local time, as the plane crosses into Vietnamese airspace, the final, now haunting words are transmitted. Good night, Malaysian 370. Ummadat. The aircraft, a beacon of light against the dark sea below, continues its ascent into an abyss of silence, its transponder suddenly ceasing to function. The profound calm of the Subang Air Traffic Control Center is irrevocably shattered. On the primary radar screen, the digital icon representing MH370 simply vanishes without a warning. A brief moment of disbelief, then a frantic, escalating sequence of calls to controllers in Ho Chi Minh City. There is no response from the aircraft. But while civilian radar goes blind, a military primary radar paints a more chilling and unbelievable picture. An unidentified aircraft, its transponder completely silent, makes a sharp, uncommanded turn to the west, flying back across the Malay Peninsula. It is a ghost on the screen, a massive jetliner flying under a cloak of electronic invisibility. For hours, it travels on, its path a deliberate deviation from its intended route. Inside the silent control room, the blinking cursors on dark screens become the only witnesses to a flight that had inexplicably gone rogue. The global focus shifts to the vast, turbulent expanse of the southern Indian Ocean. An unprecedented international search effort is launched, involving dozens of advanced ships and aircraft from 26 nations. They are guided by a phantom signal, a series of 7 automated pings detected by an Inmarsat satellite in London. These pings allow analysts to calculate a final, desperate clue. The 7th arc, a vast curve of ocean where the plane likely exhausted its fuel. But this is one of the most remote places on Earth. Search crews scan an endless horizon of churning, deep blue water under a harsh, unforgiving sun. Days bleed into weeks of futility. The immense search area, the hostile weather, and the sheer depth of the ocean yield absolutely nothing. The world watches as the most expensive search in history finds only an ocean of nothing, a void as empty as the silent sky MH370 left behind. More than a year after the disappearance, a tangible whisper finally emerges from the waves. On a remote, volcanic sand beach on the French island of Réunion, Thousands of kilometers from the official search area, a piece of wreckage washes ashore. Investigators are immediately called to the windswept coast. After careful examination, they make a stunning confirmation. It is a flaperon, a part of a wing from a Boeing 777. A maintenance plate's unique serial number provides the irrefutable link. It is the first confirmed piece of MH370. Over the following months, more fragments appear on the shores of Africa: a stabilizer, an engine cowling piece. Each discovery is a tangible, heartbreaking echo from the ghost flight. These barnacle-encrusted fragments prove the aircraft met a destructive end in the Indian Ocean, but they offer no answers about why, or precisely where, the main wreckage lies. Years have now passed, yet the final chapter of MH370 remains tragically unwritten. The official underwater search was suspended in January 2017, leaving a profound void of unanswered questions for the world. In quiet offices and dedicated online forums, independent investigators continue to scrutinize the satellite data, weather patterns, and drift analyses, proposing new search zones with fervent hope. Competing theories persist, ranging from a deliberate act by one of the pilots to a catastrophic systems failure that left the plane flying on autopilot until its fuel was gone. For the families of the 239 people on board, the lack of resolution is a wound that cannot heal. They live in a state of suspended animation, caught between hope and reality. MH370 is not just a lost aircraft. It is a stark reminder of the limits of our modern technology and a testament to an enduring mystery.